Hi, good evening everyone. Today we will be starting with the ninth video of a flow series. If I talk about last video, we have covered the update operation. If the account get updated, then we need to update all the associated content. But don't you think that all update will make a master instructions? So let me give an instance. Let's take an example. If the sales app has already updated the contact phone number, then also do we need to change the all the phone numbers associated with it? Let's take an example. We have three persons: Trishu, Khushbu, and Gaurang, and they are dealing with Salesforce one. So fun phone number get changed on the account, that is my number. So Gorang and Khushbu number should also get changed. Answer is no. There should be an option for in order to do the partial upgrade. Let's take an example. If the Khushbu contact is available and you don't have number on the same, then only we should make a update. As if it has a number, we should not make a update. So this is the first scenario, and if the record owner is a previous record owner, then only we will be making a change. So here in this scenario, we will be making small tweaks in the previous flow. So we will not be using the previous flow. We will be creating a new flow where we will be making add-ons on the previous flow. How we can skip the master section in the previous flow. So let's see how we will be doing it. So I hope everyone is clear with the requirement. If the account get updated on a specific detail like phone number or a owner details, then we will be making the tweaks based upon the requirement I have told. If the phone number is blank, then only we will be updating the phone number in the contact record. And second, if the owner is not matching with, if it is not matching, then we will be making. So for honor, we will not be making any bigger tweaks. So let's see how we will be doing it. So first we will be going on to the setup. After going on to setup, next we will be clicking on the flows. So this is a new org, so I'm okay. So we don't have any validation rule or a workflow here that we have created earlier with the flows. So I will be clicking new flow. So we will be using a record triggered flow because everything will run in the background. So as soon as I click record triggered flow, here I need to select the account object, because as soon as account is updated, then only my flow should happen. So or we will be adding a or condition here, because if the account owner get updated or a phone number get updated, then only we should fire this flow. So here we will be adding the multiple conditions. So let's add a camera here. At first we will be adding if my owner ID is changed equal true, and or if account phone is changed, and let's mark it true. If any of this one condition will follow, then we need to update all the related, or not all the related records. We need to make a partial update. For this we will be going for the after update. Okay, since we are going here update, so we will not be going for before, because we are not tweaking account details, we are tweaking the contact details. So let's save this out, and after doing this, what I will be doing, I will be first getting all the related contacts that are associated with this. So we can't trust Salesforce, so we will be getting all contacts that are related to this. So in order to get same, we will be adding get records here. Get records. So as soon as you are getting get records, we will get all contact records. Get all contact records. So this is my get record API name, and here we will be adding contacts. So once we add a contact, here we will be giving if the account ID equals which, that is triggering account ID. So make sure that you only take account ID here, that is ID. That is, you will be searching for ID, and here you will be finding the account ID. So this will be my only condition, and I will be storing all accounts, all records here. So once we are done with this, now you might be thinking, Trishu, in the previous scenario we have just used decision statement. So here we will be doing a vice versa. First of all, we will be using a loop here. So why loop? Because loop will iterate this, and based upon same further we will be using a decision in the loop in order to proceed further. So let's go here and let's go for searching for loops. So because iteration is needed, if you want to process and if you want to check that if a account phone number is blank or not, then we need to do that. So we will be searching for loop here. So once you search for loop here, and after searching for loop here, all the condition has come. So in the loop, what I will be doing further, I will be adding a decision here. Oh, first let's set a loop here so that we don't face an issue. So iterating contact records, and once we are done with this, we will be deleting this out, that is iterating contact records, and we will be setting the collection variable contacts from get all records. This will give me all the contacts that I need to iterate here, and further I will be iterating from first to last item. Now you might be thinking what will be the next steps in order to proceed with the flow. So here after iterating the records, we will be adding a decision. That is, if phone number is updated, then the phone number action will happen. If the owner has not been updated, the owner condition will be checked, then owner update should happen. So here we will be adding one more decision. So I have already provided you hint that we will be going for a decision. So as soon as I provide a decision, let's set and let's check if the phone number is blank or not. Check for updation. So this is my decision name. So don't get confused with the decision name and the outcome name. If I talk about decision name is just a if else condition that you are doing. So I'm just giving a name, that is check for updation, and here I will be providing the output label. So in order to provide the output label, what I will be doing, I will be first adding my label, that is if phone number is blank. So in order to check the condition, what I will be doing, that is if current record from the loop dot business phone is blank equal true. This will be my first condition, and second condition I will be checking if the triggering account dot phone, maybe the phone number on account is not available, is not blank. So we will be setting it if current phone, where is a phone number dot phone. So let's search for account. So search is good enough so that we don't have to iterate all the fields here. So I will be searching if is blank equals false. If this is the case, then we will be going for if phone number is blank, and similarly I will be adding another if account owner change. If account owner is changed, and if I talk about account owner, then we simply will be doing, that is current loop dot owner ID. Do make sure that you don't follow this because it will only give you owner. Please pick this field if this is equal to prior record dot owner ID. If these two conditions are matching, then only we will be going for default outcome. We will give null and void. Now you might be thinking what will be the next steps. So now we have just added a decision so that we can differentiate between account phone, and if the owner needs to be updated, then this. So we have two outcome 1, outcome 2. So we will be following this if the phone number is blank. So what I will be doing, I will be adding an assignment here. So here in this assignment, I will be updating phone details, and here what I will be doing, as I am saying that we will be updating the phone details. So I will be going here and we will be picking the current account item dot phone, business phone. So let's pick the business phones equals. So what I will be doing, triggering account dot phone. So this will be my first thing that will get updated here. And second, we need to create a variable in which we will be storing this contact record. So let's create a new resource here. So now further we need to proceed further. In order to proceed further, we will be going for the update operation here. So in order to update the operation, we will be creating a new record variable. So let's name a record variable that is updated. So I will be selecting a variable, and if I select a variable, I will be giving the IP name that the updated contacts, and in this we will be giving a data type as records, and we will be allowing multiple values. So once you allow multiple values, you need to further select the object that will be you will be storing. Since we are going to store contacts, so we will be storing a contact only. So in this variable, we will be adding our contact variable. So here, what are the contact variable? That is this loop from the current loop element. So I will be just adding the entire resource here. So once it is added, we will be doing a similar change for the account owner as well. So in the account owner, we also will be adding assignment here. So here we will be giving assignment and update owner update owner for contact. So this is a variable that I will be taking, and here we will be taking owner. So what I will be taking, that is current loop dot owner id. So make sure that you only select the owner id here equals, that is triggering account dot owner id, not this one. I will be typing owner id, so you have to select this option only. So once you select this option, now you are done with this. After this, after using a for loop and decision, here after reaching last, what we will be doing, we will be adding a update record here. That will be my final option here. So here we will be updating contact records finally. So I will be updating the API name as well, because it should be same as it is. And here we will be selecting the third condition as we have selected in the previous. So here we will be updating the collection variable, and now our flow is completed. So let's save. That is flow with decision for partial update. So let's give it and let's save this out. So as soon as we save this out, now it is a time to debug our flow. So in order to debug the same, I will be first playing around with the same record, run immediately, and we will be setting the record as let's set the record as Burlington Textile Corporation of America. I think yes, now the record is coming, and we will be updating the phone number here. So let's we have got a record here. So let's update the phone number as 9898989898, and let's run this out. So as soon as we run this out, you are seeing here only the update owner happen, but the update phone number doesn't happen. So you are seeing how the highlight line is showing you how the flow is working. So our flow is working properly. So now we will be activating our flow, and we will be checking how this flow will be working in a real environment. So let's go here. If my flow has been activated, so I will be going on to service app, and as soon as I go on to my service app, here I will be going on the account. So I'm creating a new account so that we don't have to worry about how the things are happening. So here we will be making Salesforce by Sachdeva. I will be taking same name that I have already told you that we will be taking in the demo. So let's give first name as Trishu Sachdeva. Trishu Sachdeva. Oh yeah. And further I will be giving phone number as blank. Save and new. Let's add Gorang. Next as Gorang. So I will be just adding surname. So Gaurang, and further I will be keeping number as 989898. Let's save this out. Since we have created 2 records, so now it is a time to create third record. So what I will be doing, I will be creating Khushbu here. So let's add Khushbu here, and I will be adding a phone number as something. Let's save this out. So now we have only one record, that is Trishu Sazeva, where phone number is not updated. So in order to play around with the same, what I will be doing, I will be going on to my account record, and I will be making an update on my account where I will be updating my phone number here. So let's refresh this out. I know that internet is slow, but let's wait for a second here. So now let's give a phone number here. So what I will be doing, I will be going here and I will be adding the number like 7779876543210, and let's save our record and check if the phone number get updated on the Trishu Saseva. Yes, the phone number has been updated, and here we have made a partial update because it hadn't touched the owner for Khushbu and Gorang. Whereas if I talk about owner, the owner condition is remaining same because we are comparing the owner with the prior record. So since all the records have a prior as Trishu Saseva, so let's change the owner to integration user as well. Integration user. So as soon as I click, so I can click a change owner button. So once this is done, you are able to see now all the records have a owner as integration user, not Trishu Saseva. So this complete our today video. Sorry for the lag because the internet has been stopped here at my place. So if you like my content, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon for more such content. Have a nice day.